How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Is that a real 6'2" or a man 6'2"?
You know, men, y'all add inches.
I'm not understanding what's going on here.
So did your doctor say that you were 6'2"?
Or did he say 5'11"?
So let's say I am 5'11".
Okay.
What are we talking about?
We want to know your height.
Just answer the question.
Right.
If it's 6'2", it's 6'2".
I know, but I want to know like where we're going with this.
Well, one, she's a taller woman.
She is.
Correct. 6
Yes.
feet. And so she also loves to wear heels. So now we're adding a few inches.
6'3",
so
6'4".
is that something that, like some men are weird about that?
Oh, so your question is do I mind her height?
No. Our question is, how tall are you? It's really lighthearted. We were just asking how tall you are. That's it.
Okay, but it's the same answer.
Okay.
You kind of got to blame the men for the type of women they end up with. Because I would have walked away in this conversation. First of all, why are they speaking for you anyways? And you ask this man how tall he is, he tell you what it is. You basically want him to say what you want him to say. All of that bullshit just for him to have the same answer. And no wonder he trying to figure out, like, what's your point? Like, some men are weird about that. No, I think y'all weird about that. Y'all like to add inches is what she said. No, you do. That's why you want to put on heels. Do you know a woman who care about your height so much will leave you if you get in a car accident and end up in a wheelchair? Because she with you for your fucking height. Like, it's stupid. Same reason if you was with a woman for her looks. In that same accident, if she fucked up her face, guess what he gonna do? He gonna fucking leave you. And you know how many tall men it is out here? You know how many good looking women it is out here? You know how many people got money and all the stupid shit that everybody want in order to consider you somebody that qualify? Anybody can get a chance with them because all this shit is stupid. Motherfuckers can't even keep a family together, but they be worried about dumbass shit. The divorce rate is 80%. Y'all talking about heels and height. This shit is fucking pathetic. I'd never do this shit again because y'all ass is crazy when it comes to this society. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
It's the same answer. You're being weird. And he was trying to help you out. So what is your question? What are you asking? Are you asking if I'm the actual height? Because I'm 6'2". Are you sure you're 6'2"? Because she wears heels, she does this, she does that. So what is the question? Because I'm 6'2". Are you asking, do I care about her height? Well, she's a little bit of a taller girl. What are you asking? Are you asking if I'm lying about my height? Because my height is still 6'2". Well, what if she wore heels and, she's 6 foot right now. If she wore heels, she'd be 6'3", 6'4". Is she going to stand up right now and stand next to you as somebody that's 6 foot and be taller than you? Well, we already know that you modern women don't know how to measure anyway. Y'all be saying y'all 5'9" and y'all be 5'2". Well, with my heels on, we're the same height. No, we're not. You're literally looking at my chin. You're looking at my chin. Are you okay?
Somebody in this car let them run a train on them.
Bitch, somebody got to get out of the car. Because who
the fuck is in this car?
Somebody in this car been tricking on a nigga.
Somebody in this car borrow bitches' clothes and act like it's theirs when they go out.
Somebody in this car, if a nigga was to text them and say, I'm going to fly you out, they're green. Just going.
Somebody in this car.
That's everybody in this car.
Somebody in this car is pregnant. That's tea for me. I'm not going to say any names.
Somebody in this car just wore somebody's drawers. The pink panties, to be specific. But anyway.
Somebody in this car don't know how to keep a nigga. Let's talk about that.
Somebody in this car let a nigga move in with them, and then when the lease came up and he didn't pay the bills, bitch, he tried to kick him out, and then he had to call the police on them. But I ain't gonna say no names.
Somebody in this car had 4 fucking abortions. Yeah.
Somebody in this car.
Are y'all okay? I mean, if we see y'all on tonight's news, 3 women dead, we'll know why. Because y'all I know y'all saying it's all jokes down there at the bottom in the caption, but the way y'all going at each other right now, it seemed like this is less of a joke and it's more of, this is a session for all of us to be passive aggressive.
Some women might hate me for saying this, but I knew exactly what that man meant when he said women cannot handle male baddies. I knew exactly what he meant. Now, am I here to discuss whether or not that man is gay for calling himself a male baddie? No, I quite frankly don't give a fuck. And I think it's a bit homophobic to sit here and call a man gay or sassy for simply being more than just a stoic provider, okay? Men are more than just stoic providers. Hate to break it to you, okay? If you want to dismantle the patriarchy as a woman, you gotta dismantle it. You can't just pick and choose what parts you want to dismantle just because you benefit from it. Sorry. Do you want it gone or not? Pick one. But going back to the point of I knew exactly what he meant, that women can't handle male baddies. It really just means like women can't handle being in a relationship or being around handsome, attractive men because they don't know how to act. I've seen it firsthand. Like when I used to model and I used to be around like a bunch of male models as well and female models, like we would all go out collectively as a group, just get to know each other, blah, 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 chit chat, network, because we're going to be working with each other. I would be out with my mother agent and a bunch of other male, female models. The way some of these women did not know how to act around the male models was so fucking cringy. So cringy. Like, they just start acting like a full-blown pick-me. And the thing is, men can tell when you're doing shit for attention. Like, they're not dumb, especially if they're attractive and they're used to getting, like, a good amount of attention from women. They know when you're doing too much and trying too hard to the point where it's so awkward. They know. Like, I mean, laughing at a joke that's not even funny, just obnoxiously laughing, trying to find ways to touch him by accident, or just like no decorum, no decorum at all. Okay. Now, don't get me started of when a woman dates a handsome man. When a woman dates a handsome man, a man that is very attractive, a man that gets a lot of attention from women, they don't know how to handle it. It's very different than dating a mediocre, mid-looking guy. It is. I know, because quite frankly, I've only dated attractive men and women. Not to brag, but I'm not new to this. I'm true to it, bitch. Like, an attractive man is gonna get hit on by not just regular looking women. He's gonna get hit on by those 10 out of 10 IG model baddies with the perfect body, the perfect face, the perfect skin, hair, etc., right? She might even have the money as well. That's who he's getting. Like, the competition is high, okay? Like, I will admit, there have been women who have hit on my ex that were way more attractive than me. Way more attractive than me. And that's the part that a lot of women can't handle. I can handle it because, one, I'm aware that there's more attractive people than me. There is. Like, there's more attractive women than me. And sometimes I don't mind losing. Fuck it. If he goes off and he cheats on me, well, then fuck it. That just wasn't for me. Like, I'm gonna move on. I'm a leaver, bitch. I'm a leaver. I'm not a fighter. I'm a leave, okay? So maybe that's why it's not really much of an issue for me. But then also because, like, I also get hit on by attractive men. Men that were also more attractive than him. It really all comes down to trust in your partner, okay? And a lot of people don't have that. And especially if you see a woman that is way more attractive than you trying to get at your man, it's gonna eat you up a little bit, okay? It's gonna eat you up. That's the part that a lot of women can't handle. That's when they start getting too possessive, they start getting too controlling, they start getting a little bit too toxic. They want to know what you're doing 24/7, where are you going, blah, blah, blah. Like, it gets bad. And I've even seen it in worse cases where the woman will cheat on the man because of her insecurity. Because she thinks, oh, he already cheated on me, so let me just go cheat back. I've seen it. Like, that's what he means when he says women cannot handle male baddies. I understood what he was saying. I don't know about y'all.
Everybody knew what he meant when he said male baddie. I said the same thing. I probably wouldn't have said male baddie. I probably wouldn't have used that terminology. But I knew what he meant. Everybody knew what he meant. But a lot of times, people don't like to give men their flowers. They like to act like men are super ugly, or men, oh, I have not seen an attractive man and ever, they're just this and that. You're lying. And every single time I step out of my door, I see a woman you're lying. You're lying. You're bold-faced lying. You're a freaking liar. Y'all understand what he means. Stop playing.
Long story short, my husband cleans the coffee machine. I make the coffee. And recently, I just decided to start cleaning the coffee machine. And as I'm cleaning the coffee machine week after week, I'm starting to get frustrated. And I passively aggressive made a comment to my husband saying like, why aren't you cleaning the coffee machine, basically? And he's like, well, you've been cleaning it. And I created a whole story around my husband and me not feeling appreciated because I make the coffee and he's not cleaning it, but I've been the one cleaning it. So real life things that happen, that we create stories sometimes over things that aren't even happening, and then we wonder why. And it had nothing to do with me not being appreciated. I just was cleaning it, and now I clean it. And
you see, this is videos like these are exactly why whenever I see a woman come on the internet and she talks about how much of a narcissist her husband is, how much of a dickhead her husband was, or, you know, why she left the relationship, he was, you know, verbally abusive, whether he was, you know, I don't know, all the buzzwords that they always use whenever they describe their husband after they get divorced. And this is the reason why I left, right? Videos like these are the reason why I just have to ask, what did you do? Right? What were your actions, right, that led to him behaving like that? Because we always attack it from the angle of, you know, what did the man do, right? The man always gets hit first, right? Even if in a domestic violence case, right? Even if it's the woman who calls the cops, they're still going to arrest the man and remove him from the home because he's automatically going to be considered as the aggressor. And that's simply because I genuinely believe that some of these married women, they literally like, and even the women in relationships who are not married, they make up scenarios in their head, cause a fight with their husband, and then use it to justify the reason as to why their marriage didn't work and why they left. You know, after seeing this video, I can't help but think about, you know, when I was in the car business before. I used to be a car salesman. And whenever an older gentleman will come into the dealership looking for a vehicle to buy, 50s, 60s, 70s, yeah, even those people buy cars nowadays, that old, yeah. They would always ask me, you know, young man, how old are you? I would be like, you know, I'm 22 years old. And obviously the next question would be, you know, are you married? Are you planning to get married? Now I would be like, yeah, absolutely. I'm planning to get married. I want to have a wife and kids. Like that's I believe that the nuclear family is the backbone of society. And for some reason, they would always advise me not to get married. And then I come on the internet and I see videos like these. And I'm like, yo, some of these guys' lives must be miserable. I'm not saying all women. But some of y'all, man, geez, you are not making a good case for men to marry you guys. You're not.
They be only seeing the things that they do, bro. Like, literally not self-aware. And when somebody brings it to their attention, they be like, oh, well, that's not a big deal. Definitely not as big as a deal as the stuff that I do. The stuff that I do has way more weight. So even if you, and when you confront them with the truth, they see what you're saying, but they want to believe what they want to believe.
Back in my whore days, right? I was fucking with this one dude. And, you know, he was doing this a little bit. And he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, okay? Wasting my fucking time. I'm over here faking the shit, whatever. And then he was like, oh, I want you to squirt for me. Oh, yeah? So I literally pissed on his hand. I didn't give two fucks, okay? You want to act like you know what you're doing, right? You want to fucking rush me, bitch. I'm going to piss on your hand. I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to watch you lick your hand after, thinking that you made me come, bitch.
Back in those days? Back in those days? Or those days right now? Like, you're actively doing it. Because it looks like you're still doing it to this day.
Truth of the matter is what I have going on down here, she's a bit of an outie. She's a bit of an outie. And I was seeing this guy for a while, and I was talking to him about it. I was talking to him about how when I was younger, I was a little bit insecure about it, blah, 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 but I don't really care anymore now. And he goes, yeah, it's almost kind of like you're uncircumcised. Big fat fucking grin across his face, too. I said, hey, that's a crazy pull. Why would you say that to me? And it's fine.
Hello? Y'all going out? Where y'all going? Downtown? Help the clothes? I mean, I could go.
Me too?
Yeah, I don't gotta ask, but you know I don't gotta ask, bro.
What? You do gotta ask.
Just let me know what time. Just text me time.
Okay, we can come soon.
Pick me up.
Okay, Jane Ellen can come.
Bro, you know my girl. Bro, you know I don't have to ask. I can go.
You do gotta ask.
All right, let me know what time, bro. Just let me know time. I'm on the phone. Can y'all just
I don't
chill
give
out?
okay. Well, then you're on the phone around us talking about going out. What are you talking about? Are you dumb?
Can y'all just chill? I'm on the phone call. Let me finish the phone call and we can talk about it. Because I want to. I don't have to ask.
You do gotta ask. You do gotta ask.
Just let me know what time
So
of the day,
who's
bro.
right in front of you right now?
Alright. Peace out.
Who's right in front of you right
Huh?
now? Who was you on the phone with? Gio or who?
My friends, it don't matter.
Okay, and you do gotta fucking ask. You're talking about, I don't
Oh my
gotta
god,
ask.
can y'all chill? You're my sister. Be on my side.
Bro,
Be on my. Did you hand her a hanger to hit me with?
Who the fuck are you?
I had the biggest reality check at work today. There's this dude that I work with, and every time I look at him, all I think is he is so short. Like, I wonder how tall he is. So today I finally asked him, like, Mark, like, how tall are you? He was like, I'm 5'5.5". I was like, because I'm 5'2.5", and I'm taller than him. Like, I know I'm taller than him, right? And so I tell him, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you just looked at me and lied with a straight face. I was like, I'm obviously taller than you. And he was like, why? Finally, long story short, I go stand next to him, and he's taller than me. But I'm confused because I'm like, okay, like, maybe, like, you're just, like, unproportionate. Like, maybe, like, your shoulders are taller than me, but, like, your head, like I don't even know. Ironically, a couple minutes later, I need to grab something off the shelf. I cannot grab it. I'm on the tip of my tippy toes, like, and I cannot reach it for nothing. He is the only person right there. So I'm like, are you able to grab this off the shelf? And I'm thinking in my head, like, if he can grab this, like, yo, without being on his tippy toes, no, nothing. He just goes and grabs it like it's nothing and hands it to me. He was like, so my manager walked in, and I'm like, can you believe that Mark is taller than me? He was like, yes. Then my other coworker, she turned around, she said, who told you were tall?
I totally understand why men wanted their wives to stay home and do the cooking and the cleaning while they worked. There was a point in time where my boyfriend stayed home because he had a work from home job, and I was working full time, going to work and from work. And he did everything. He did the cooking, he did the cleaning, he did the shop, like all of that. I would go to work, I would come home, dinner, ready, laundry, done, floors, vacuumed, okay? All of it, right? I was like, this is what it feels like to have a stay-at-home wife.
You telling me that man worked a full-time remote job and was able to get everything around the house done? Interesting. A stay-at-home partner is somebody who stays at home and take care of the home. Your boyfriend was working from home. That's what you said in your video. And he was still able to get everything done. This is why I tell people, bro, being a stay-at-home parent, being a stay-at-home partner, whatever, if you're not a parent yet, is way easier than working full-time. Way easier. Like Shorty said, she left for work, and when she came back home, everything was already done. There was nothing for her to do. If you got a stay-at-home wife, you got a stay-at-home husband, y'all got kids, y'all ain't got kids, whatever. If you come home and the house is just constantly a wreck, dinner not ready, check that phone screen time. Check their phone screen time, bro. I'm telling you, it's not hard. And don't at me. Listen, I was very gender neutral in this video. I said stay-at-home parent, stay-at-home partner. I didn't say no gender. Granted, I've never seen a stay-at-home dad complain about anything being too hard staying at home, but I didn't specify no gender. So don't at me. I'm just stating some facts.
And not saying that it's not difficult, like not saying that you don't have some difficulties with it, but the way people make it seem is they make it seem as if that's the hardest thing to do in life. You know, I'm having a hard time right now, and I don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know if he understands how hard, how tough this life is. He's got to understand that I'm doing so much, and it's just, you know, more than him. They think they're the only ones out here doing stuff.
Alright, this is spot. You take off your coat.
What you locking the door for? We're not doing nothing.
You can sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Why are you sitting on the edge of the bed? In the middle? You want like shorts or something?
I'm pretty comfortable.
Now my shorts.
Whose shorts are these? Where's your bathroom?
You can't change here.
I'm not easy.
Whatever. On the left.
Fuck, shorty tripping.
See? Much better. You feel free, right? You know, together we got 6 shoulders.
6 shoulders?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at my chest.
The chest?
Yeah. You mad shy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, take me out to Mama Sushi first.
Yo, you're not hot. Take your shirt off.
You lucky, because I usually don't come to girls' cribs first link. I usually don't do this. Not that type of guy.
Now you good. I want you to feel comfortable. Hurry up. You not cold now?
Whoa. I hope you know we're not doing anything.
Bro, yes, I know.
Nah, this is not that. I got bougie dick.
I'm not gonna lie. Are you gonna give it up or not?
Excuse you? Came to straight cuddle.
You're not cuddling. You're not giving it up. What the fuck are you doing? Pack it up. Pack it up.
You kicking me out? You
Yeah,
bugging.
get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Yo, make sure.
I'm calling my sister to fuck you
Call
up.
American. I got no fuck.
Last night, my husband was working on our garbage disposal, and when he was finished, he stood up and washed his hand in the sink, and I took the nozzle and like sprayed him with it. I thought that was the end of it, right? A few minutes later, he cuts the tub in our bathroom on and starts filling it up with water, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna take a bath. I was like, oh, okay. And so I go into the toilet room, go pee, and when I come out, he grabs me up, and I'm like, what is going on? And he throws me in the tub that's full of water, okay? He wasn't taking a bath. He was literally filling it up with water to put me in. Fully clothed, mind you, right? I fought for my life. He still put me in. Okay, so I stand up. I'm trying to get out. I had on an oversized sweatshirt, oversized sweatpants, trying to get these wet clothes off, and then I'm freezing. And so I tell him, well, I'm gonna take a bath now because I'm cold. I'm gonna warm up. So I get my wet clothes off. I get in the bathtub. I drain the old water, put in hot water. I have about 2 inches of hot water, and all of a sudden the hot water goes cold. I was like, Cody! He peeks his little head around the corner. He's like, what's wrong? He went and cut the hot water heater off. So it was nothing but cold water, okay? And that's not the end of it. Finally, he goes back on, cuts the hot water heater on. I soak in my bath, I do my thing, I warm up, I go to get out. What does this man do? He takes every single towel, every single bath mat, everything out of the bathtub or out of the bathroom. So I have nowhere to dry off. I finally just get out of the tub and I go and I run and tackle him. He's fully clothed. I am dripping wet. Water goes everywhere. So this is your sign to marry your best friend, okay? Because life will always be fun and interesting and full of laughs.
Well, I want you to finish the story. Tell me how the rest of the night went. You tackled him, and then what? Because I know there's more to the story. You tackled him, and then what? Did y'all go straight to bed? I want to know, because I'm thinking, y'all might have done a little something after that.
I have a lot of women who when they get told, like, oh, yeah, no, you got to give him half your shit. Or, oh, no, you got to pay alimony because he makes $50,000 a year and you make $250,000. And they're like, they could be the staunchest feminist in the world. And when you tell them they got to pay alimony, they're like, whoa. He's a man. Yeah. He's got a strong back. He can get out there and work. And then suddenly the whole gender is a construct and there's no such thing. That goes right out the window. You got told you got to pay alimony.
The weirdest thing about social media, and I think it's on its tail end, it's simply that if you don't agree with all of these soft lies and play-alongs, then you're looked at as a villain. But genuinely, 99% of the feminism content on this app is just women trying to benefit off of men. Because the same women who will tell you that a man needs to be a provider and pay for all the dates and do this, that, and the third will tell you that women should get paid as much as men. Now, hold on now. How do you think you should be able to go out compete someone in the workplace and then go home and not pay any bills? How does that make sense? Now, if it was two total different archetypes of women here, there, and here, where the boss chicks were like, oh, no, when I get in a relationship, we gonna put our money together and we gonna live a nice big life. And then there was another side of women like, no, I don't work. Men are meant to pay the bills and blah, blah, blah. But you have to understand, it's the same group of women who want to be high earners and compete with men and then want to turn around and tell those same men that they are to pay for nothing. Is that not crazy? And so when you call something like that out on social media, people act as if you're a bad person. But I just don't know what y'all don't understand about how crazy that sounds. That sounds just as crazy as a man who wants a woman to go 50-50 and do all the housework and child rearing. He's crazy, right? Okay, you're crazy too.
One time I went on a date with this girl and she ended up driving on the date. I don't know why, but I just remember she was like, can I pick you up? I was like, sure, whatever, cool, I don't give a fuck. So she picks me up, we go on a date. I'm on some passenger princess shit. Nevertheless, we fuck around, come back home from a date. The date was cool. It was cool. We had a good time, right? Get back to my crib. I'm about to get out the car, go inside. You know what I'm saying? Everything's cool. She's not giving no signs that she's trying to do anything else. I'm like, cool. Like, it was good chopping it up with you. I had a good time. As I'm getting out of the car, she looks over. She's like, you good? Like, you got everything? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. She's like, you don't want no head or nothing? I was like, one more time? Excuse me? What you said? She said, no head. Like, you good? I was like, of course I would love some head. What kind of question?
This might be a hot take or offend some people, and I'm really sorry. But I can't stand when I see a man in the passenger seat. What are you doing? What are you, Miss Daisy? Get in the driver's seat. That's like a woman's spot. That's embarrassing. Why is she driving you around? What I think is, oh, he must be sick. He must be really sick. Maybe he lost his right foot. Maybe he's on the way to the hospital. Maybe something terrible happened in his life and he can't emotionally take it and she has to drive him. Fine. Any other reason? What are you doing? Do you let her pump your gas too?
Do not ruin it for the women that like to drive or that need to drive, because if not, they will get sick. Motion sickness is not fun, okay? Bottom line is that if you see a man in the passenger seat and a woman is driving, 99% of the time, it is because that woman wants to be in the driver's seat. So if anything, this whole video needs to be redone. And look, you gotta take it up with the ladies, because if you got a problem with it, then you should speak to them, not to the men.
Hey, idiot. Hey, stupid. I'm in the passenger seat enjoying a car that I pay bills on. A car that I pay the monthly car payment on. Idiot. I work all day. Sometimes I work all night. So if I want to enjoy the passenger seat because I'm never over here, then that's my right. Shut up. Turn the camera off and go home. Stupid.
Bro, I think the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me was about like a year ago, whenever I was using the bathroom at Walmart and I was squatting to pee, and I didn't realize when you squat to pee, like, it sounds loud, like a guy or whatever, right? And when I'm squatting and I'm literally halfway through pissing before somebody starts banging on my stall saying, oh my God, get out, I'm gonna call the police, and I'm like, bitch, what, why? I'm over here literally scrambling, trying to finish pissing, and this bitch is like, I'm gonna call the police, there's a man in here, and I'm like, there's a man in here? And the whole time, I'm not thinking she's talking about me, I'm thinking she's like banging on the stall, like to warn me or whatever, right? So now, like, 30 seconds later, like, there's this huge commotion. I'm trying to get my wet wipes to wipe. I'm trying to, like, get myself situated, try to get my bodysuit back on and stuff. And they're literally screaming at the stall saying, oh, my God, there's a man in here. So I finish pissing and I swing the stall door up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm panicking because it was so fucking chaotic. And they all just stopped and stare at me. And I'm just like, what the fuck is y'all looking at? So I guess because of the way I'm built or the way I look or whatever, like, they immediately come back to their senses like, oh, she's not a guy. And one woman, she was like, why were you pissing so loud? You were peeing so loud. You had me scared. You had my daughter thinking there was a guy in here. So, like, that's when it all came together. I'm like, oh, the entire time they were fucking talking about me because I was squatting when I was peeing. And I guess it sounded like a damn man peeing in the bathroom. But yeah, ever since then, I have never went back to Walmart. I was so embarrassed. I've never showed my face on Walmart again.
Modern women just doing modern women things. Keeping mess up. Bothering people. Instead of going and doing whatever you need to do, going and bothering people. Keeping foolishness up.
To the women who liked to date men.
Looks can be deceiving. Viewer discretion is advised.
And only women who like to date men only. This message is for you. My rent is $6,000. My nails, $150. My hair, $300 minimum. So I pay for all this myself. I do not expect a man to take care of this for me because he is my partner, not my father.
Now, if you were to ask me, I don't see anything wrong with the stance that this woman took in her video. She is 100% right. He's your partner, not your father. So expecting him to do the things that your father did for you as a young girl wouldn't make any sense, because that would in turn prompt him to expect the things that his mom did for him as a young boy. And I'm sure a lot of y'all don't want to go down that road.
All right? I think the men have left now. Ladies, when a man invites you over to his apartment or his house for the first time, please rob him.
Remember earlier in the video when I told y'all looks could be deceiving? Yeah, I gotta be careful out here in these streets. I told y'all, This kind of stuff to the untrained eye looks so relatable. It looks so innocent. It's like, oh man, she's pushing out a good message, until she's not. Her message is, if a man invites you to his house on a first link up, rob him. Not decline his offer, not refuse his polite gesture, just rob him. That's her advice. And the immediate downside to all of this is, all of those women that take this advice are not going to make it out alive. And before you know it, Channel 7 News today, young woman meets a man on Hinge or something like that, and he blows her head off. Now, a lot of y'all are going to be up in arms about how men hate women, but none of y'all are going to address the fact that she was trying to rob that man, or she did rob that man. There is no way you want me to believe that women that give out advice like this actually care about women. This is some of the most dangerous shit you can ever do, especially on a first interaction. You don't know who the fuck you're dealing with.
Please understand that this man wants you to rob him, all right? Go and take whatever is the most valuable thing that you can see in his place while he's going to the bathroom. If you don't think you can gather cash, jewelry, or any other valuables in 5 minutes or less, then go ahead and go into his wallet, take a cute little picture of the front and back of his credit card, and then leave before he comes out of the bathroom. And then make sure you block him. Because listen, if that man really was smart, he would have never invited a complete stranger into his house the first time he's meeting her.
Now, there is a part of this video that I actually do agree with. It is not very smart to invite a complete stranger to your spot, especially on the first link up. It's not. However, that does not trump the advice that this woman is giving. She's giving this advice like there's no consequences to it. Like shit can't happen. Like he can't contact the authorities and they follow up and find you. Or if he takes matters into his own hands and finds you himself, then what? Men can't be as dangerous as y'all say they are. Because there's no way you think men are dangerous and you're willing to play with them in this manner. Ladies, despite your fellow woman giving you such horrible advice, here I am to provide some light in your darkness. If you meet a man and he's willing and ready to invite you over to his spot on the first link up and you're not comfortable, just don't go. If you are not in fact willing and ready to connect with this man on an intimate level, do not go to his spot. And even with all that I just said, I know y'all ain't gonna listen to shit I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
I think 50-50 for a lot of these ladies is a starting point, right? They really want to start at about 70-30. They really want to start at 100-0, which is why they ask you to pay for the car, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Modern women think they're going into a buffet so they can just pick out what they want, especially if they've gone to college and they've gotten their degrees. These modern women who are getting PhDs, they think that they're the cream of the crop. No, actually, you have women who have dated people in the NBA or some famous person, or they've been piped down by a famous person. Then they're thinking they're the cream of the crop, so they can just go through the buffet and say, okay, well, this man took care of me and that's my standard, right? So I should be able to come in here now. At this point, I reached the pinnacle, so I should be able to come in here and pick whatever guy I want with all of the stuff that I want, with all of the mixing and matching that I want. It really is stupid, man. It's stupid. And kudos to somebody out here who has some common sense and knows how to say, okay, this is not how I'm going to be moving in the dating world.
I'm a big fan of kinks, but not that weird shit. I like the regular shit. Don't do too much. I met this man named John down the street. Walked to the corner store. He said, yo, I've been seeing you around lately. Do you stay over here? I was like, of course I stay over here. I've been staying here for the past 11 years. He's like, why you got an attitude? I said, because I'm irritated. You're talking to me. What do you want? So I ended up going to the corner store. I got me 2 bags of hot flaming Doritos. Got me a Mr. Pure apple juice, of course. And he was like, well, can I at least talk to you, walk you back to your door? I said, walking back to my door for what? What do you want? Long story short, I ended up talking to him. He stayed down the street. Maybe I'm uptight because I probably need me some little D. So maybe I should talk to him. Me and him ended up talking, texting, we calling. He like, I got a question. Like, do you like Stistophilia? I said, yeah, I watch Sophie and them. I don't know what you talk. I really didn't care to talk to him because now I know he just lay down the street. He not that ugly. And once again, I need me some D. So I go down there, me and him talking, we drinking, we watching TV, watching Netflix. I'm already here for a good time, not a long time. I done tweezed out the for JJ hairs. I was not playing. I tweezed them out. Ain't no money for no wax, and I don't feel like I tweezed them out. Anyways, we there sipping, watching TV. He like, let's go to the room. Let's go. I'm ready. What we finna do? We get to the room. He say, I'm gonna put a blindfold on you. You could do whatever you want. I haven't had. You could do whatever you want to me. You seem like the normalest man that I have came across in a long time. He put the blindfold on me. Next thing I know, I'm feeling something warm, just like circle. But as
as it's tracing me, it's like leaving something. And I'm like, what is that? So I'm not thinking about it. I'm like, something going on over here. Anyways, it go down to that part, and all of a sudden it's like mushy. It's mushy and it's like sticky and it's weird. It's a feeling that I didn't even know what to feel. So I snatched that blindfold off so quick, y'all. Why was this man trying to stick a banana inside of me? I said, what is we doing? He said, I thought you liked stisophilia. I said, stisophilia, syphilis? Boy, he said, no, stisophilia, I have a thing with food and stuff. I said, I thought you meant Sophia off the TV show. I didn't know you was trying to rub me down with food. What is you doing?
Lustful, not paying attention. And this is what I got you. Y'all keep on trying to say that men are the only ones out here with these issues. Thank you for sharing your story, because it lets us know how down bad and on what type of time a lot of these modern women be on, but they don't want to admit it.
I feel like as a black woman, I'm not, for a lot of men of color, or for men in general, I'm not their number one pick.
Statistically speaking, black women are the least dateable section of our population. It's not my personal opinion. That is a statistic. Argue with the numbers. She says that she feels like she has to be Caribbean or something else. She can't just be a black woman in order to attract a mate. Because black men, or really men in general, like she says, aren't coming after a black woman as their first choice. And I'm truly curious as to why you think that is. I would really love to hear from black women why that is, as well as everyone else. I would imagine that most black women go after black men, that most Asian men and women go after women and men, that most white men go after white women, and that most white women go after white men. Obviously, people mix. Nothing wrong with it. Do your thing. But a high majority of people date their same race. So why are black women not black men's first choice?
They might be the least or whatever, but black men are still marrying black women. I don't know where people are getting this from. That's also a statistical fact. They're still going after black women. Period. End of story. They're still going after them. Just because you don't see it, well, I'm not their first choice. Maybe the people that you're around, you're not their first choice. But maybe you need to go somewhere else. But God dog, I don't know where y'all are getting this from. Black is the first choice. I've dated a lot. Well, not a lot. I've dated different races. Black has always been the first choice. Black is the choice. Period. Man. Statistically speaking, if a white man finds a white woman, he's probably going to go for a white woman because that's what he knows. Asian, the same. Mexican, Hispanic, the same. It's going to be the same. Indian, Native American, it don't matter. It's going to be the same. This is who I am familiar with. They know my struggles. They know my issues. This is who I've grown up around. This is who I take a liking to. Now, you might have somebody, you probably will have people that they say, oh, I like this person's vibe. I like their style. They're black, or they're white, or they're Hispanic. But statistically speaking, a black man is going to come after you. Maybe what you mean to say is the men that you're looking at that are actually out of your league, you're not their first choice. In which case, it would make sense. You know what?
I feel like as a black woman, I'm not.
So I'm looking at her hair. She did her hair. Her skin is clear. She does her nails. There's going to be somebody out. Maybe you ain't everybody's cup of tea, but there's going to be somebody out there that's going to pick you, right? She don't look like she's a slob. Nice apartment. Yeah. Nice apartment. Pretty much kept relatively well. Somebody's going to like you. But a lot of times modern women, and I'm not saying that it can't be the case, that you might not be approached. But sometimes these modern women be talking about, oh, nobody approached me. They've never approached me. And you did get approached. You just didn't like the person who approached you. You thought you was more than what you actually were. Even if you're like, well, I ain't looking for, the top of the top, but I do want a man that looks like X, Y, and Z. No, the man right here is for you. Well, he's not the best looking, and you're not the best looking either. But I'm telling you, I'm thinking about, anyway, it ain't because of your weight. I can guarantee you that. It ain't because of your weight. It ain't because black men don't want you. A lot of times modern women be sitting up here trying to punch above their weight class. They be trying to move out their tax bracket. They be trying to move out of their looks bracket. Bro, y'all are unhappy with the options that are given to you. Instead of saying, oh, this guy looks cute. Oh, he's a good man too. Oh, shoot. Well, do we have the same values? Do we align on that? Oh, shoot, we do. Okay. Well, okay. Well, tell me more. Instead of giving those men a chance, y'all will pass those men right up. Stop it.
I think I'm gonna just go ahead and date outside of my race, outside of my culture, however you want to put it, because I just realized such a pattern in the black community. And this is not all black men, so please do not come for me. But it is a mass amount, especially in the culture that we've been brought up in, this sneaky link culture. It is just such a large mass of men that try to build connection through sex first. And it is so disgusting. So they do things like immediately, like I would tell a guy, hey, how you doing? And it's like, let's go out. Let's go for drinks. I'm ready to see you. I want to see you. What you doing? But when I talk to someone of the other race, everything is always on my terms. Everything is always when I'm ready. And it's like, what?
I had to stop it right there because first of all, it was way too long. But really just got me is like, why are you dating if everything has to be on your terms? This is how I know a lot of y'all just be yapping and don't really pay attention or listen to what you're saying. Because if you are dating to be in a relationship, the relationship is not about you. Did y'all forget that? The relationship is about the partnership, the couples, both, not just about you. And I really be asking myself, women like this, black women like this, where are y'all meeting y'all black men? I'm really fucking curious where y'all are meeting black men because that will tell me a lot. After I got divorced and I took some time to myself and did the work on myself and then I got back into the dating world. First of all, I got in the dating world a lot different than a lot of y'all. I didn't just go out and get all the apps and just go out and every single time I saw a man, I'm like, oh my God, talk to me or whatever the case may be. I used discernment. I moved accordingly. I paid attention. I watched my observations. I knew exactly who I should be talking to, who I shouldn't be talking to, who should have any type of access to me at all. Just because I say this all the time, just because someone is attractive and they find me attractive does not mean that we need to entertain each other in any way, shape, or form. This is why I preach discernment a lot. A lot of black women like this, I hate to break it to y'all, when I hear y'all speak like this, that shows me that you guys lack discernment. Y'all wouldn't be having these issues if you actually worked on the skill of discernment of who you should be even talking to in the first place. Also, you notice patterns, but did you ever realize that you are attracting those patterns for a reason? This is another thing about black women that I hate that y'all just don't want to admit. Every single type of man that you come in contact with is a mirror version of you in any way, shape, or form. It is up to you to understand why you keep attracting those type of men. I don't attract the type of men that y'all be talking about. Why? Because I did the inner work on myself to be the better version of myself, not for men, but for myself, so that I move accordingly, right? I know more of self-respect, self-love, boundaries, even like, again, discernment. And a lot of y'all don't realize the energy that you have within yourself or even on yourself is also what you are attracting. And on top of that, when it comes to sex, a lot of y'all just aren't honest. I'm not saying you need to lay down with a man on the very first date. But what I am going to say, instead of acting like you're so just repulsed because a man's trying to have sex with you, ask him some questions. How about that? Ask him some questions. If you are constantly getting men over and over and over again that are just trying to have sex with you, you need to ask yourself some questions because you are attracting those type of men for a reason. Not every single man out here is just trying to have sex with a woman as soon as they meet them. I don't come across that. And if I'm one black woman who's not coming across that, and I know there's other black women who aren't coming across that, are you going to say there's something wrong with us? No. There's something wrong with you and how you are moving and what you are attracting, your energy, which you haven't fixed within yourself so that you can use your discernment. Just because you date outside your race does not mean that another man's not going to look at you and want to fuck you. Y'all have got to stop thinking that. Yes, some other races of men might be a little bit more sneakier with it, right? They might be a little bit more like, oh, let me play it cool at first, but deep down, I'm trying to get to the cat. Y'all have got to stop thinking that other races of men aren't just men like the rest of the fucking culture of black men. Yes, some black men are just a little bit more vocal about it, but I can promise you other races of men want the exact same shit. They're just a little bit more sneakier how they go about it. So instead of paying attention to the patterns of the type of men that you are continuously attracting, ask yourself, what are the patterns within me that are attracting those type of men?
A lot of these modern women don't understand that inner work means focusing in on yourself, focusing in on what you're supposed to be doing, like seeing and catching patterns. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay, let me fix that. And when you start to fix problems within yourself, and then you start to look at everybody else and say, oh, okay, well, this is what I'm looking for. Because like not to say that because a lot of people say, okay, well, I'm going to need a full year to know somebody. And they still get it wrong. They still get it wrong. Things have to slow down in your mind to where you can understand what you're asking, why you're asking. You need to have a full picture within your mind of why you're asking the questions that you're asking. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Where do you want to be at? What goals do you have for your life individually, with him, as a family? If y'all have kids, if y'all want to have kids, when do you want to have kids? What are your finances? What are your credit score? What is his finances? What is his credit score? Do y'all want to have sex? Obviously. What is your sex drive? What is his? How many times a week? How many times a day? What are you into? What is he into? Oh, I don't want to ask that. Okay. Y'all acting like y'all not going to be with this person for a long time. Listen, you need to get some clarity on what you trying to do. And then you start asking questions to move in alignment with that. And stop with that superficial nonsense. Well, he got to have $500,000. That's the clarity I want. Okay, well, at some point in time, you don't have to worry about when it's going to come, because it's going to come. At some point in time, there's going to be a trial. Oh, well, we got money, so what could happen? Okay, well, that money could disappear. Oh, we've never had a problem with money. Let me tell you something. With some of the problems that some people be having, money's going to be the least of your worries. Money's going to be the least of your worries. I'll tell you what, let somebody die. Let somebody die. Oh, well, my grandma, she was old and that just happened. No. It's going to be something that's really going to hit you in the gut. Like somebody that you wouldn't even expecting to. And you're going to be like, whoa, what do I do now? And then all of that, buying Starbucks, going on vacation, all of that. Oh man, I live in a nice big house. It's going to get real quiet real fast. All that going out on a boat, it's going to get real boring real fast. You're going to be out there speeding on that boat and just looking. Oh man, you're having fun. You want a beer? And you just staring off in the distance. It's going to get real boring real fast. Oh man, I love my bed. These nice sheets, this. It's going to get real uncomfortable real fast. Those sheets are going to now double as tissue, face tissue, so you can wipe them tears. Y'all think I'm joking with you. Y'all going to try to, oh, well, I want this, I want that, superficial stuff. Y'all need to learn to get it in there and dig out the real stuff that you need to be worried about and stop playing around.